Oke, selamat datang di channel Lavalier. Pada video kali ini gua akan melanjutkan event Genshin Impact, yaitu mawar dan senapan. Di sini gua akan melanjutkan tempat mawar bermekaran. Kemanakah laras keadilan akan diarahkan? Siapakah yang akan tertembus oleh pelurunya? Menuju quest dan ikuti target. Jadi akan gua skip saja lah ya.
Good morning. Hayaka and I were just talking about you.
Lah buset, jadi diomongin aja.
Is Chevrolet still not joining us today?
Ya, kayaknya mungkin sih.
Huh? That's such a pity. Director Farina said that we've only got a few small scenes left before wrapping up the
Jadi
entire
tinggal
film.
sisa dikit lagi.
She said that she'll get me into a couple scenes so everyone will have a chance to shine in front of the camera. We were also planning on having a victory feast once we're all finished filming. You can join us, right?
Oh, jelas.
If only Chevrolet was here. I still haven't taken a photo with her. I'm afraid that can't be helped.
Ya, bagaimana lagi ya? Mungkin lagi sibuk atau entah ngapain.
But to be honest, I'm even more concerned by what I read in the Steambird earlier this morning. It said that the killer
Ya, aduh, gimana tuh?
is none other than the author of the Two Musketeers. Oh yeah, I heard about that too. He came forward and confessed his crimes, but gave no explanation as to why he pulled the trigger. We didn't know about this case at all when we joined the film. Is it going to affect the reception of our work?
From a pure publicity standpoint, this will draw a lot more attention to our film. I have to say, though, that no director can be perfectly comfortable with garnering attention through means other than artistic skill.
Jadi gitu ya, bukan murni.
Sailed the moment you allowed yourself to be named as the director on our posters.
It's not my fault that I'm super popular. What was that saying again? My popularity has,
Jadi gimana?
Sunk to an all-time low?
spread to the four corners of Tibet.
Tempat mawar bermekaran dimulai. Tiba-tiba pindah ke sini saja ya. Dan ini sepertinya lokasi syutingnya.
Feels like it's been ages since we last saw you.
I've been talking non-stop with the Film Association, and I'm absolutely swamped trying to coordinate the film's marketing. So forgive me for not being around more often, but please believe me when I say that I will make sure everyone's hard work gets the exposure it deserves.
Ya nggak apa-apa lah ya.
Seems like you've been fighting your own battles.
Yes, that's one way to put it. Oh, and before we begin the final round of filming, please allow me to finally introduce you
Lah
to
kok ada orang
the
baru
original
lagi?
investor of our film,
Oh
Mr.
jadi,
Morris.
lah kok mantan investor?
A pleasure to meet you all.
Yes, glad to make your acquaintance, Mr. Morris. We've heard about the issues you've encountered with your financial situation, and genuinely hope that things have taken a turn for the better.
Ya, dua orang yang kemarin.
The situation has indeed improved somewhat.
Don't worry, Mr. Morris. Accidents and last-minute challenges happen all the time. There's no need to blame yourself over it. The good news is that we're almost done filming now, and I would even say that this is the best story I've ever seen.
Jadi sebentar lagi akan selesai ya.
I see. That's great news.
All right, now that we've gotten all the pleasantries
Langsung
out of the way,
saja lah ya
let's
kita
get the show
mulai.
on the road. We'll mostly be filming typical people and scenery from the streets today to improve the sense of environmental ambiance in some parts of the film. Oh, and there'll be a cameo for Mr. Kamisato and Miss Yoimiya as well. They'll be used to show outsider perspectives on the fates of the Two Musketeers.
That's right. Ayato should be here any minute.
Excellent.
Jadi gimana nih? Sebentar lagi dia akan datang.
Camera and clapper loader, some wide zoom shots of the streets.
Perlu rekaman jalan yang diambil dengan sudut pandang lebar.
Feel free to grab some close-ups of those as
Bisa
well.
lah ya.
Ready? Lights! Camera! Action! Okay, now move the camera
Bergerak
slowly.
perlahan.
Try to focus on... What's wrong? Just adjust the focal length a bit. Something the matter?
Tidak ada respon.
Huh? But wasn't it working fine for all
Lah
the
kok
days
tiba-tiba
before?
jadi seperti ini?
Veronique, can we try a different camera?
No problem. How about this one?
Pakai yang mana?
Alright, let's give it another try.
Jadi mulai lagi dari awal.
Action!
Dan ini pastinya cukup menyebalkan. Lah kok suara gresek-gresek mesin rusak?
Don't tell me. This one
Ya
is
aduh,
broken
gimana
too?
nih? Gimana bisa
Veronique,
melanjutkannya?
do we have any other spare ones we can use?
Ya aduh, masa harus ketunda
I'm
lagi?
afraid we only brought these two today.
What? Then go find a workshop to get them repaired
Ya
right
aduh,
away.
jadi ini kayaknya gimana
Oh,
nih?
you too, Bono.
Apa
Go find
harus
our
ke
spare
bengkel
camera in the
dulu?
warehouse and bring it back to the set.
On it.
Greetings, everyone. My apologies for the delay.
Buset, dua orang itu langsung pergi ke bengkel.
It seems like there are some issues with the filming equipment today. We're stuck for the moment.
I see.
Well, let's not just stand here twiddling our thumbs. Actors, to the makeup booth. We'll start on the next scene as soon as we get a working
Jadi
camera.
harus menunggu kameranya datang terlebih dahulu. Beberapa waktu
People
kemudian.
at the workshop told me that the part which holds the lens in place seemed to have fallen
Lah
off.
kok gimana tuh?
That's super
tiba-tiba
strange.
jadi
It was
seperti
perfectly
ini?
fine just yesterday.
Well, no time to dwell on that now. Let's get back to filming.
Lanjutkan sajalah ya syutingnya.
On set. Places
Mulai.
everyone. Lights, camera, action.
By the way, have you heard about that recent murder case?
Yes, I have. It seems that they've caused quite the commotion in the city.
I heard that the chief of the guards is so mad about not catching the culprit that he's about to explode.
Oh? I find that quite hard to imagine, considering how he already looks most
Ya
days.
aduh, gimana tuh?
Director, we have a problem.
Lah kok ada masalah lagi, gimana nih? Tiba-tiba.
In the middle of a take.
Ya aduh,
Can't you
aduh,
wait until we
adul
wrap up
ya.
this scene?
No, director, our film, all the finalized film
Lah
that we've been
kok-
keeping in the case has
Lah kok
disappeared.
semuanya lah gimana
What
nih?
did you say?
Lah gimana?
Mr. Bono, please take me to where the film was kept right away.
I'm coming too.
Lah dia mau ikut
No, Olivia,
juga.
You have to stay here. Oh.
Ya aduh, sekarang bagaimana ini?
Listen up. Everyone who's not working on this current scene can go with Bono to look for the film. Everyone else,
Lah apakah
stay
kita
and
harus
wrap up
ikut
the
juga?
scene.
Tetapi gua gak tahu
How
lah ya.
can all these problems happen in just one day?
Buset, tiba-tiba ya setelah beberapa waktu.
We're back.
Lah tahu-tahu udah balik aja lagi.
Find the film?
We found it in the sewers.
Huh?
Lah kok ada di
In the
got?
sewers? Is the film still okay?
Ya gimana
We discovered it
nih?
just in time, so we should still be able to salvage it. The others are checking now to see if we lost any specific scenes.
You scared me for a moment there. I nearly thought we had lost
Bisa
everything.
bubar ya filmnya kalau
Really
masuk ke
don't want to
dalam got.
experience that feeling of despair again.
Okay, but who could have stolen the film and dumped it there?
Ya jangan-jangan seseorang.
Some competitors working on other films.
But if they wanted to harass us, why wait until the last day?
Okay, we don't have time to really look into it right now. Let's strike while the iron is still
Ya
hot
langsung
and
saja lah
wrap
ya,
this thing up
selesaikan
once and for all.
syutingnya.
Yeah, let's finish it.
Berkat kerja keras semua orang,
I would like to officially announce that our entry to the festival, the Two
akhirnya
Musketeers,
selesai
has
dengan
now concluded
sempurna.
filming.
Paimon is spent. It's so late already.
Lah tahu-tahu bubuk
Even
aja.
though the filming process proved to be extremely challenging, everyone provided valuable and unique contributions to the final product. Thank you all for your dedication and support.
And just like Director Farina, I would also like to extend my most heartfelt thanks to all of you. Really, you've all helped me so much.
All right, let's save the awards speech for later and hopefully also get some rehearsals in before the real thing. Anyway, now it's time to pause.
Buset, kita pesta ayo ke pantai. Dan makan-makan sampai kenyang. Kelar-kelar begitu ya. Bicara dengan orang-orang 0 atau 2. Jadi lokasinya di mana ini? Oh, di depan sini ya. Lah ada apaan ini? Jadi bicara dengan orang-orang terlebih dahulu.
Everyone's finally getting to relax after wrapping up the film. Let's go chat
Yang
with someone.
pertama, Kamisato Ayaka.
Hey, Ayato! How's your work been going?
Everything went rather smoothly. Thank you for your concern.
Ayato told me that we've
Bagus lah ya kalau lancar.
Inazuma Fontaine cultural exchange events. So the next time we visit, we'll be doing so in our capacities as the representatives of the
Buset,
Yashiro
bagus
Commission.
lah ya.
Oh, that's great!
Jadi next time akan jadi perwakilan resmi.
From now on. Oh, wait. Wouldn't Yai Miko get upset if that happens? That would be stealing some of her business.
Kayaknya sih asalkan novelnya bagus.
You've got a point. She's always complaining that light novels have become bland and too predictable after all.
The cultural exchange won't only feature literatures of both nations, of course. We have also made plans for cross-cultural engagements in the fields of
Buset,
cuisine,
kuliner, mainan, dan juga
and
karya-karya
arts and
kerajinan.
Wow, Paimon's getting super excited now.
Terdengar menarik sih.
Be sure to visit and participate in all the events.
Ya, pastinya lah ya datang. Selanjutnya, map markernya Furina.
Oh, my darling clapper loader and camera operator. You've both worked really hard.
Paimon thinks you worked even harder than us. Honestly, Paimon was getting
Ya,
a little
kan
tired
cuma
of playing
megangin
with
papan
clapperboard by the
doang.
end of it. Worst of all, Paimon started having dreams of you shouting "Lights, camera, action" into Paimon's ears.
Buset, sampai ke bawah mimpi.
Hey, if anything, shouldn't I be more grand and delightful in your dreams? We've been through so much together, and that's how your brain remembers me?
That's not Paimon's fault. We've just used the clapperboard too much lately.
Buset, kebanyakan mainin
what's
papan
most
kleper.
important is that we wrapped the film. I'm pretty confident that we'll take first prize.
Mau dapat anugerah Furina?
Hey, no need to mention the official name.
Wait, now that you mention it,
Iyalah ya.
if we did win the prize, would Farina just get a statue of herself?
Come on. I
Ya,
don't need that kind of
jadi
attention.
gimana?
Xavier can accept the reward on our behalf.
But just imagine, Farina accepting the Farina award
Lah, jadi agak
and
kocak.
holding a Farina statue.
I'm going back to my dessert now. You all can keep discussing that on your own.
Jadi selanjutnya bicara dengan orang-orang. yaitu Chiori.
Hey, you two.
Are you not really into these kinds of big social occasions?
Not particularly. But this is still better than Fontaine Fashion Week.
Jadi
But if this
terlihat
stuff becomes
lumayan ya.
big, people will definitely come flocking to your shop.
Yes, that's highly likely. As long as the film can premiere as planned.
Are you still worried about the case?
That and all the obstacles we
Jadi
had to face
kenapa?
today.
You're right. It's as if all our bad luck just manifested at once.
Ya tadi tuh
Why
tiba-tiba
today,
ya
please?
ada sesuatu.
No, it's nothing. We've already delivered the film to the editors, so there should be nothing more.
Bagus lah ya kalau
How are you
seperti
doing, Mr.
itu.
Morris? You having a good time?
Well, you could say that. Do you happen to know when the party is scheduled to end?
Judging by how much fun everyone's
Jadi
having,
gimana
I'd say
ini?
probably not until well after
Gua
midnight.
ingat
Is
sesuatu.
there something that you still have to take care
Kayaknya
of at home,
gara-gara
Mr.
kena
Morris?
spoiler.
Oh, well, I'm just not a late night person, so I might take off shortly.
Jadi ini orang tiba-tiba pergi begitu saja.
Silly me. I almost forgot something super important.
Oh, what is it?
I prepared a whole batch of fireworks for the party, but I forgot to bring them over from
Ya,
the
aduh malah
warehouse.
ketinggalan di gudang. Gimana nih?
That's truly a pity. Sorry things didn't go as planned.
Could you help me carry them over, Mr. Morris? I won't be able to fetch all of them by myself.
Me? Are you sure that you can't find anyone else?
I just
Jadi
wanted to
gimana
make this
ini?
surprise for everyone.
Apa kita yang
Warehouse isn't far
harus
from
ke
here.
gudang?
I'll be there in no time. Pretty please, Mr. Morris. These are some of the best fireworks I've ever made. So I also want you to see them before you leave. They're stunning. I promise that they'll be a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you'll never forget.
But
It's okay,
Lah,
just
kenapa?
come with me.
Apakah
Before
ada
sleeping,
sesuatu?
Nobody else will see us leaving.
all right.
The warehouse is right over here. I moved the fireworks there in advance.
Pergi
so
ke
shouldn't be too much work bringing
gudang.
them
Di
back.
mana ini? Dan cukup
It's still a ways
dekat
away
ya.
from the party.
Gudangnya ada
Sorry about that,
di
Mr. Morris.
sebelah
It's
sini ya.
probably because I'm used to
Gua
carrying
kira
fireworks all the time,
jauh.
so it doesn't feel like a lot of
Ternyata
work to
deket
me.
juga ya. Masuk ke gudang.
It's dark in here. Wait here, Mr. Morris. I think the light switch should be somewhere.
Ya aduh kenapa bisa segelap ini?
Why did I have to get roped into this?
Lah kok tiba-tiba ada suara? Oh yang ini. Lah kok jadi seperti ini?
Get me out of here!
Did you really think you'd get away, Morris?
You've got the
Nah
wrong guy.
kan benar sesuai dugaan gua. Tetapi bukan dugaan sih karena kemarin gua sempet ke spoiler.
She fought your assassin to the end to save the children she had hidden beneath the floorboards. That is Elisa's pendant, the one with a photo of you two inside, the one you gave her. Ring any bells?
It's a fake.
Jadi bagaimana ini?
There's no way!
No way your assassin
Tetapi
didn't destroy
cukup
it, you mean?
bagus ya animasinya.
Did you ever love her, Morris? Or was killing her always the plan?
No, please. Listen to me. I told Eliza to keep us a secret. I paid her plenty for her silence. I never thought she'd keep the child. Everything was gonna
Ya
come
aduh
out, and we had
ternyata
no choice.
ini
Forced me.
orangnya.
No! I'm begging you. I have money. Just name your price, please.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell. I'm Captain Shovraz of the Special Patrol.
Morris, you're
Buset.
under arrest for Eliza's murder.
Lah kok tiba-tiba?
You're under arrest too.
Lah kok tiba-tiba ini orang?
Veronique.
Yaduh.
Or perhaps I should call you the second musketeer.
Lah gimana nih? Jadi agak bingung.
Wait, what's going on? This wasn't in the script.
Drop the gun, Veronique.
Why? Why would you keep me from exacting revenge on this heartless monster?
Drop your weapon. This is my final warning.
What is going on?
Jadi ternyata selama ini
Everything that took place just now was staged to get you to confess the truth. But this last part is all improv, of course.
buset, yang terakhir adalah improvisasi.
Shivers, you told us you wanted us to help you stage a play. You never said anything
Jadi
about
kemungkinan kenapa mantan investor ini menolak pas awal-awal karena mungkin tahu
Thank you for your
ceritanya.
performance, Yoimiya. Could I trouble you to go and bring in the other special patrol members? They should be on standby just outside.
Yaduh, gimana nih?
Oh, and please tell the other cast members not to worry about us.
Jadi gara-gara kembang api yang ketinggalan malah jadi seperti ini.
So what do you think, Morris? Care to talk about what happened 20 years ago?
Nah, sekarang bagaimana ini?
Patience is limited, you know. Don't force me to take you back to the interrogation room. I'd wager that you wouldn't last for more than a minute in there. With the recording we made, you have no chance of winning in court. Cooperating with us now is the most practical move.
All right. I'll talk.
Jadi bagaimana ini?
She once worked as a maid.
Dan selanjutnya,
She was very beautiful, and after some time I fell for her. We kept our relationship a secret and carried out an affair for some time, but
oh jadi seperti itu.
and if my parents ever found out, they would have stripped me of my inheritance and status, driven me out of my home. I also didn't expect Elisa to insist on bringing the pregnancy to term. She even asked me to leave my family and travel far, far away with her.
She believed that you were truly in love with her.
I didn't have a choice.
Oh,
Told
jadi
her to leave the family and to get rid of the baby.
gelap ya?
But then years later, she sent me a letter. There were photos of 2 children, and she even asked if I could find some time to visit them.
Huh? 2 children? Paimon thought Baptiste was the only...
Lah, gimana tuh?
Even if she had the children against your will, you could have just ignored the letter entirely. Why kill her?
I had just gotten engaged to be married to an heiress from another wealthy family. So if anyone
Oh,
were to find out about Elisa,
jadi
my life would
seperti
be completely
itu.
ruined. I
Yaduh.
didn't have a choice.
No. You always had a choice. You just made the wrong choice. Again.
Do you know how it feels to watch your mother be killed right in front of you? My brother and I were hardly even school age yet. We were hidden beneath the floorboards, grasping each other's hands like a lifeline. We were so terrified that we didn't even know we could ever take a breath. All we could do was to watch Mother try to fight back, and then collapse to the floor.
Yaduh. Cukup
Even after
gelap
the
ya.
assassin left, we were still too terrified to leave our hiding spot. We thought that he might come back. It was only until the next evening when we finally climbed out and gathered around our mother. But she had already become cold and stiff to the touch.
You made up your mind right then and there to bring this case to light.
Not only that, we resolved to get our revenge.
And that's why you became the Musketeers.
No, that's why I became a musketeer. The man from before was also killed by me. My brother had nothing to do with it.
I figured as much.
Jadi dia yang melakukannya.
Did?
I once told these two that he didn't look like a killer to me. His confession from that night also rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh,
I think what really tipped
jadi
me off was, how could I
orang
not feel a
yang
sense of
kemarin
regret
tidak
in him?
terlihat seperti orang yang pernah menarik
He
pelatuk
confessed faster than any criminal I've ever met.
dan juga mengaku lebih cepat dari
He
yang
insisted that
lainnya.
he was the sole perpetrator in the case. But after the questioning ended, I disassembled the musket we dug up from his backyard, put it in front of him, and told him to reassemble it. Wanna guess how far he got?
Jadi gimana tuh?
He had no idea where to even start.
Lah
He's
dia
never
aja
touched a
nggak
gun in his
tahu.
life. Based on that, I determined that he was not acting alone. He only surrendered himself to draw our attention and create a moment of opportunity for his partner. So, I decided to play along. And as expected, the second musketeer followed us without hesitation once she saw Morris get separated from the rest of the cast. Besides, why else would he call the novel The Two Musketeers?
Oh, jadi ini cuman umpan saja.
Was Veronique?
I figured it out the moment Baptiste told me his father's name. That so-called financial crisis was all just a ruse. He just wanted to sign up as the investor and then leave the film without any source of funding.
Nah kan, bener
After all,
kan?
He has a vested interest in minimizing the reach of this story. It's really just the same thing as what he did to Eliza all those years ago.
Human scum.
But then Xavier pulled out all the stops and got the film made against all odds. Morris couldn't have that. With the killer in custody, he figured it was safe to act. And so he came to visit the set today, just as I expected.
Wait, so you were behind all those mishaps today?
Ya, kemungkinan sih sudah jelas.
As for the identity of the second musketeer, I assumed they'd probably stay close to Morris and look for an opening. And if they already
Buset,
knew that Morris was
detail
the film's
bener ya.
investor, then that narrowed the list of potential suspects as well. Furthermore, being the props manager would allow the culprit to avoid scrutiny by purchasing mechanical parts in the name of the crew. With that hypothesis in mind, I went back to check Baptiste's orphanage adoption records. Guess whose name I saw on the same page, just a few lines from his.
My brother. He trusted you.
As in, he trusted me to perform the deed on his behalf?
He trusted you to stand on the side of justice.
I am.
I thought you could do it as well. Oh, the look on your face when you told him to go to hell. I really thought you'd put a bullet in his brain. You know what he has
Lah,
done.
jadi
Are you telling me that you'd rather see him spend the rest of his life living like a king in the fortress of Meripede?
ya tidak lah ya.
I will never be able to forget the feeling of my mother's cold, lifeless hands. And you would call this ending fair? Is this what you call justice?
I won't lie, Veronique. I did hesitate when your brother first told me about the truth.
Jadi kemungkinan ya kemarin
I agonized
mereka
over whether I should
bicarakan
really
tetapi
put a
kita
bullet
tidak
in his
bisa
head.
mendengarkannya.
So why don't you?
Because that should never be how justice is carried out in this world. Perhaps, to you, justice is simply reciprocated. An eye for an eye, and a life for a life. But everyone has their own understanding of justice. If everyone were to pursue their own definition
Ya,
of it,
setiap
there would
orang
be
punya
no more order
pemahamannya
in this
sendiri.
world. Today, you'll kill Morris. And tomorrow, his children may come for you. The world cannot render judgments based on a desire for revenge. That will only lead to a cycle of revenge. as well as the destruction of order and civilized society. Fontaine is founded on a set of laws and a standardized code of justice. That is why we are the nation of justice. But with all that said, I will promise you this. Morris will not lead a cushy life in the fortress of Meripede.
Chevros, the rest of the special patrol is here.
Thank you so much, Yoimiya. Letelier, Terena, please take them away.
Buset, jadi dua orang ini dibawa begitu saja? Ya pastinya dibawa lah ya, nggak mungkin dibiarkan.
I still can't agree with your reasoning.
Ya aduh, gimana nih?
I know.
Justice has not been delivered. At least, not today.
Chevros.
Let's go. We should give an
Jadi
explanation to the crew.
kamu tidak apa-apa.
Thank you for your concern. I'm fine. I'm just thinking about the things in life that have driven people to take justice into their own hands.
Kalian menjelaskan semua yang terjadi ke yang lain.
Who would have thought Morris would turn out to be... I'm at a loss of words. How could he have done something like this?
Ya, gua juga nggak tahu lah ya.
Who knew that
Dari
such a elaborate
awal
case was
orang
behind
itu
the story?
tiba-tiba menolak jadi
What should we do
investor.
now? We have a finished film, of course, but should we still go ahead with the premiere?
What do you mean?
Ya, tayakan saja lah ya.
To spread the word now that you've learned the truth?
Chiori is right. I'd also like more people to see this story for themselves.
But the real ending of the story
Nah,
seems
bagus
to
lah
have
ya.
deviated somewhat from the planned
Jadi
script.
semua
Is
orang
that
atau
still
orang yang
acceptable to
lain
you, Chevros?
bisa mengetahui cerita ini.
The call is yours. We still have time to reshoot an ending if that's what you'd like.
No, it's fine as is. I like what we have for the catharsis. Romanticism is what gives works of art their appeal. Fiction is able to explore means of restitution that could never work in real life. Just like the real world of stories also has its own set of rules and justice. These different possibilities are what initially drew me to reading in the first place.
Sounds good to me. I support your decision.
What about Veronique? Will she be okay?
She will soon face her judgment alongside her brother and Morris. If I had to guess, they'll probably all be sent to the fortress of Meripede. I'll make sure to give Risley a heads up about it.
Oh, you mean that kind of heads up?
Exactly.
Ahem. All right, then the matter's settled. Now that everything's been
Ya
taken care
bagus
of,
lah ya
there's no
kalau
reason for us to
semuanya
keep
sudah
all
beres.
grumpy.
Dan juga kemarin gua pakai sempet ke spoiler lagi.
We'll be starting the post-production process tomorrow. You should join us, Chevros. You missed the first few hours of the party, didn't you?
All right. Count me in.
Then I'll wait for you over there. There's still some good news that I'd like to share with Chevros.
Traveler, Paimon, could you wait for me by the sea after the party ends? I'd like to go on a brief walk with the two of you.
Tentu saja boleh.
Thank you very much.
Jadi selesai seperti ini ya. Dan masih ada episode yang terakhir. Jadi gua akan melanjutkannya di part selanjutnya. Karena masih ada sisa 2 hari dan beberapa jam lagi.
Sorry for the wait.
Ya nggak lama-lama amat sih.
Is there something else you wanted to tell us?
No, I don't have anything new to share. I just felt that since you were my investigation partners, I should have another conversation with the two of you.
Jadi ada apa lagi?
Traveler, how would you have responded to Baptiste's request if you were in my shoes?
Entahlah ya, cukup susah.
When I was young, My father often took me here to swim. We'd come rain or shine, even when it was freezing cold. He told me that swimming was the best activity to train one's strength of will. You could never give up before reaching the shore, especially when the water was cold.
Oh? Why's that?
Because the moment you give up would be the moment you die. At that point, I still hadn't received my vision. One winter, the chilly wind felt almost like knives on my skin, and the seawater was so frigid that it numbed my toes the moment I stepped in. I cried and begged my father to spare me from having to swim across, but he wouldn't listen. He used to
Buset,
be a member of the
jadi
special
gitu
patrol
ya.
as well. You could say it was his way of educating his children.
That sounds awful.
When he saw that I wouldn't stop crying, he just picked me up and tossed me into the icy water. The bone-chilling cold took away my senses. I couldn't feel anything but fear and rage. I waited for my father to save me, but one look and I knew he'd already started swimming for the opposite shore. I realized that if I were to give up, I really would die right then and there. I used all of my strength to try and catch up to my father. Those few minutes felt longer than my whole life up until that point. I did, however, make it to the other side. I've never felt afraid about anything in my life after that, nor have I ever cried again.
Buset.
Teaching would have never worked
Jadi
on Paimon.
setelah itu
Yeah, I don't think that was the right method for anyone. It's just that, working now as I am in the pursuit of justice, I still sometimes feel like I've been tossed into that winter sea all over again. The anger and the helplessness.
Chevres.
But the worse I feel, the more I know to never give up. The alternative would be to forever lose myself among the waves. Anyway, how about a race? Neither of us will drown, but we can still see who swims faster.
gas.
You guys go ahead. Paimon will grab the clapperboard to mark the start of the race.
Buset, cuman buat nandain. Dan berenang, balap renang melawan Geoffrey. Di sebelah mana nih map markernya? Di tengah sini ya, jadi langsung saja lah ya. Oh, langsung saja berenang ke ujung sini, ke sebelah sini ya. Jadi lah kok tiba-tiba berubah?
Oh, that felt good.
Ya lumayan lah ya, walaupun agak dingin dikit.
Chevres? You are swimming even faster than Paimon can fly. So about the special patrol, did you join because of your dad?
Partly,
Jadi
but
gimana?
I'd say I was more inspired by the heroes I read about in stories growing up.
Oh, so it's due to your love of stories.
Of course, it was only after I joined the Special Patrol that I learned that truth is often stranger than fiction. Come on, let's walk a bit more.
Ya, ayo sajalah ya.
To be honest, I do sometimes question whether the decisions I make are the right ones. But I know that no matter what, I must keep swimming. Because the only thing I've got my eyes on is the shore in the distance.
Jadi ikuti Civrius. Ya duh. Dulu kenapa gua pakai ambil ini lagi?
Thank you for coming on this walk with me. I feel a lot better after getting all that off my chest.
Sama-sama.
We're nearly back at Baptiste's house.
Huh, you're right. I didn't realize we were so close.
Tahu-tahu udah nyampe di sini aja lagi.
It's just like how he described it in the story.
Huh? Wait.
Lah
Paimon,
kok ada
look.
sesuatu?
The rainbow roses in the garden. They're in full bloom now.
Mawar dan senapan bagian 4 selesai. Jadi di sini masih ada yang terakhir, yaitu kemenangan si dua masketir. Dan gua akan melanjutkan di next part karena videonya sudah cukup panjang. Dan terima kasih buat yang sudah nonton sampai sini, like dan juga komen. Gua harap kalian terhibur dan ketemu lagi di video-video lainnya. Have a great day.